everyone. Oh god, hi. Sorry about that. Let me get Jet. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Just take a deep breath.
Okay. I just was genuinely terrified for a bit there because I thought I had broken my microphone for real. Which would have been a terrible problem. So, anyways, hi everyone. Hi Azure Wind. Hi Abby, MJ Magicus, Kirsten, Astronaut, Lesbian Miku, Hannah, Taya, Animus Nani, Ramen, Gebe. Who else is here? Anyone who's lurking and hasn't. Tara, Samaranth, Cole. Cool. Yeah, we were just like doing a mic test, and then at like a ship that a Jujutsu Kaisen ship that I really don't like got brought up, like one of the gross ones, and so I was like, I made like a noise of disgust, like ugh! And then all of a sudden my mic like sounded like I had blown it out, and I was terrified. My hands were shaking. I was like, are you kidding me? Did I just break my microphone? It was not so. I somehow fixed it. Anyways, hey Jet.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. Please let me know, because I futzed with my sound, obviously. So please let me know if Jet is too quiet, if I need to... yeah, literally I was like, hands shaking, Natsume. Oh, hi Maya. Hi, Intellectual Fan. Oh, meet Packer George. Hi, I'm new, but I've heard much of Tony's DGS live blog. I had to see it for myself. Oh, well, you've come to the right place for that. Yeah, it sounds so disgusted it broke. True. So please do let me know if Jet's too quiet, because I keep thinking like, oh my god, I'm so much louder than him. But then like the levels look okay, and then it like kind of sounds okay. Oh, Robbie! Hi! Yes, I've heard your name from Jay. Yes, hello, welcome. Thank you for being here. So yes, let me know if Jet's okay. Like it's the fucking Super Bowl. Yes. So I've let Twitter know what's going on. It's fine. Yeah, okay, I can exit out of there. And before it's too interrupting, can I ask your personal thoughts on Mr. Graydon? I love his wiggles. Wiggles are great. I thought he was a very compelling character that I probably could have enjoyed more if it didn't take so goddamn long to get to his sad backstory, because that last trial portion was just extremely long. But I very much enjoyed his style, his wiggles, his like ballet dancer poise, which we'll get into Graydon actually more later, because I'm having delusions. So yeah, but yeah, he's a good character. I thought his relationship with the fucking Mario brothers was funny, something I quite enjoyed, but yeah, it's pretty good. So yeah, anyways, Jet, are you ready to get into this?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go. Let's just start. So last time, where did we leave off?
So last week, we were at the Wax Museum after kind of running around and calling Brock Benzie's ugly. And
in his office, to his face.
Yes, we met up with Gina, who is now training to be an inspector. Yes. And we did a little deduction in the Wax Museum where one of the models was kidnapped for whatever reason.
Right, and now there's like a 200-pound ransom or something.
Yes.
Okay. Also, Astrofish, thank you for following. Welcome. X3 Charlie, thank you for following. Welcome. Nami, well, thank you for your dedication being here. I think Eggert Benedict is funnier because it's like, it sounds like more of a name, but yeah. Okay. Anyways, 23rd of October at 52 a.m. the Old Bailey Defendant's Antechamber. Cole, shut up. Okay, I need to calm down, get into character. All right. You know what? I want my hair back today. It's just not happening. It's not happening for me. Whatever. All right, whatever. I can't believe it's been 6 months since I was last allowed to work in court. And now, here I am, back at the Old Bailey. This guy. So, are you taking this guy right now, or am I?
I will.
Okay.
Mr. Naruhodo.
It is, your mic is doing a little bit of the, like, staticky.
No. Is it happening still?
A little bit, yeah.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to change it. I don't... okay, hold on.
Okay. I'm so sorry, guys. We were like, it was literally like we were fighting with each other's mics this whole time. Like, in addition to the regular mic problems we have.
This is my normal microphone without the filter.
It's bad.
It's still bad?
Okay, no, wait, it fixed itself.
Okay, is it still bad?
No, it's good. It's good. It's wonderful.
Okay. My God! I fucking...
Okay.
Listen, Cosmic Demon, leave me alone just for tonight, okay? You can bother me some other day.
Please. Also, wait, you said this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Should I do it again?
Sure.
Mr. Naruhodo.
Good morning, Professor Hairbrain.
I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. The atmospheric pressure in here is off the chart. I've never felt anything like it. It's crushing me.
I feel it every time I'm here. That gravity.
Well, this is Britain's highest court. But are you telling me it's filled with some kind of device that it can that can actually control air pressure?
I think it's probably all in the mind.
Yes. Well, you won't let me down, will you, Mr. Naruhodo? I'm counting on you today in the trial. Save my life. To save the secret of my super high voltage instantaneous kinesis machine from being made public.
Right, if it's a murder, they get to look into all his shit and get his research. But if it's an accident, his invention is protected. Oh, hi, Grovey, welcome. You're here just in time. Yes, I understand. I know what I have to do. I have to establish that the explosion 2 days ago was nothing more than an unfortunate accident.
Well, I'm sure there's nothing to worry about, really. Justice will prevail.
Now who is...
My commiserations, Mr. Naruhodo. You appear to have been leveled with the most tiresome case here.
Hi! Hello? Hi! You're exactly what I needed. Mr. Sholmes! I didn't expect to see you here.
That was very mean, Runo, leaving me alone at home with Hurley.
Oh God. I need to hear more of myself so that I know what's going on.
It took me at least an hour to wake him.
God, Iris is not working. Thank you, Trashcan Sawuna, for following. Welcome.
Is it... Are you... Hairlock Sholmes? Indeed, sir. I am he. Hairlock Sholmes. Oh, I've heard all about your exploits, even whilst living in Germany.
Ah, yes, Ranst magazine is on sale in Germany too.
Why is she not working?
I'm Iris Wilson, little British girl. Hallie, are you eating plaster again?
It's not working today. Oh my god. Oh,
I mean,
whatever.
it sounds fine to me.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'm just filled with stress and anxiety.
Yeah, okay, calm down. Breathe a little.
Okay. You're the
Okay,
only one
think
that's allowed to
about
tell me that.
chickens. Okay, think about the ducks
Think about
in the pond.
Think about ducks.
This first installment was sublime. Your deduction in the adventure of the Silver Blaze was wonderful.
Ah, yes, a memorable case indeed. And concerned a snake, I seem to recall.
No, that was the speckled band.
Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? In the arms of the angels, fly away from here. Well, thank you for coming. I do appreciate your support.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, my dear fellow, but I'm afraid I can't stay.
Why not? Oh.
I have urgent business at Madame Tussauds. You know, my part-time job as a stand-in waxwork.
I see. Busy working hard or hardly working there, eh?
Someone has to pay the bills to put food on the table.
Tora Hime, is that how you say that? Welcome, thank you for following. You mean your waxwork job?
No, the waxwork abduction, of course. Madam has engaged my services.
Ah, so you're trying to get to the bottom of that ransom note, are you?
The week's wages depend on it, as does the safe return of the waxwork, naturally. As such, I intend to give it my undivided attention.
Oh, well, never mind then, I understand.
Of course, with my skills of observation and reasoning, resolving the matter will be as easy as proverbial pie. I shall return forthwith. For until I solve the case, I shall have no money to afford a pie of any description.
Ooh, then you must absolutely give it your full attention, Hurley.
Quite, Iris, quite. But life is riddled with irony, you know. Whenever I give something my full attention, I have a quite insatiable desire for a pie. One of the universe's intraceable mysteries, you might say.
Oh, yes, quite definitely. Absolutely. I totally understand.
Is someone a little starstruck?
I wish you the very best of luck, Professor Hairbrain.
Why, thank you.
Before I depart, Mr. Naruhodo, a word in your ear, if you please.
Goes right up to his ear. What's this about?
Listen, I'm right up against your ear. As you have remarkably little grounding in science, I feel I ought to inform you.
As compelling as the super high voltage instantaneous kinesis hypothesis may be, a practical implementation such as that was attempted by the professor at the Great Exhibition is quite impossible.
It's me, Mr. Naruhodo, the PS5.
It's me, Mr. Naruhodo, the PS5. Leave the boy. Come play my games. Come dance the deduction with me.
Leave the headbanded boy. You don't need him. But the professor said the demonstration was a success.
Yes, it would appear that he fervently believes it was.
Oh my god, Cole, super high voltage instant kiss? But what if?
I've read Professor Bunnybrain's paper about it too, Runo, and I have to say, I'm sure it can't be done. It could barely be done theoretically, let alone practically.
So he's completely barking up the wrong tree? But how could an experiment that had no possibility of succeeding, in fact, succeed? That's contradictory.
And it's that contradiction that will be at the heart of the trial, no doubt.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means he's full of shit, Mr. Naruhodo, did I not say? Now I must hurry along. I wish you the best of luck, my dear fellow.
See you later, Hurley.
Whenever he does that bow right next to her, it looks like he's like, pet, 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 pet. Wait.
Well, it looks like you're on your own today, Runo. But chin up, you can do it.
Oh, what about you, Iris?
Oh, no, I'm afraid I can't help. I have something I need to do.
I see.
It's going to be a big surprise for you when you find out what it is.
What is it? That sounds ominous. Counsel for the defense and the defendant. Court is about to be in session. Make your way into the... We're on our... Did I accidentally do that? Okay, we're on our way.
No, Ryu is just really impatient. He's like, okay!
Okay, I get it. No co-counsel Iris today. Yeah, this is the first time he's gonna be in court without a weird little girl. How's he gonna do it? How's he gonna pull it off? An experiment that the laws of science say can't possibly succeed. And a scientist who's convinced that it did. That's the riddle you have to unlock here, Ryunosuke. That's the key to this case. Okay. So no weird little girl? 24th October, 9:10 a.m. Bill Bailey, courtroom. One-on-one.
In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session.
Does this mean Asogi was his weird little girl in the first case? Yes. Yes, it does.
We are sitting today for the public trial of Professor Albert Harebrain. I now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense to declare their willingness to proceed. God, what is this voice again? Okay.
The prosecution is ready.
The defense is ready, my lord. I'm 6 months out of practice, and what's more...
Oh, you remember they changed the outfit?
I did, yes. I remembered that last time. Oh yeah, I wanted to move little Asogi off my shoulder too. I mean, not off my shoulder, but like a little more down here, because I kept running into him with my face, you know? So he can be down there. Also, Susato. I'm without Susato-san today. Ugh. Is it just my imagination, or does the air in here feel even more oppressive than usual?
So... I must say I recollect the victim of this case all too well, Mr. Asmund.
Mr. Asmund was a well-known financier, though that was merely a front for his diverse criminal activities.
It was only a month ago that the man appeared in court prosecuted by you, Lord Bantigs. But the jury unanimously found him not guilty.
Because every member of the jury had been bribed, by the sound of it. These powerful London criminals are prepared to go to extreme lengths to keep their freedom.
But 2 days ago, on 21st October, Mr. Asmund met his end. The work of the Reaper, was it?
Was it? Was it? Was it?
If that is how your lordship would describe divine retribution. But the fact remains that Mr. Asmund's death was a direct result of the actions of the accused, Professor Harebrain.
Very well, then.
I mean, I guess it was. He made the device.
And now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you have been selected at random to represent the will of the people. Are the 6 of you ready to fulfill your societal duty?
New guy. Do you want to be him or?
Sure,
You
yeah,
can
and you can. We'll like go like 1, 2, 1, 2,
Okay.
1, 2.
Cool.
I'm most gratified to have been selected to carry out this important civic duty, my lord.
I love it. Is this the lady who could have Justine's voice?
No,
Okay.
I mean you can give it to her if you'd like, but
Justine's voice is special, though. It's
Okay.
special. Okay.
well, that character should be coming up rather soon.
Oh, okay. Well,
She's in this case.
all right.
To have a man's fate in the palm of one's hand. Oh gosh, oh golly, it sends shivers down my spine.
Hey.
Science experiments, magic, conjuring tricks, courtroom trials are all nothing more than performances.
Any spurious scholar that defiles the reputation of science deserves to hang.
We have to listen to ourselves outside the fence and, the settle one. That's it, easy.
Wasn't like this in my day! Wasn't like this at all!
That's the police killer Ottermole lookalike again. And he's as exhausted as ever, it seems.
And now, as I'm sure you're all aware, the incident we are here to judge today tragically took place at the Great Exhibition shortly after its opening.
The death toll could have been far worse. With the exception of the victim, no one was killed. Nevertheless, the dream of the science being exhibited rapidly turned into a nightmare for the spectators.
A tragic turn of events, and as such, the eyes of all London, no, of the whole world will be on this trial.
A lot of voices in this case that I've already forgotten.
I know, me too. I'm like, wait, what did I do for the magician guy? Fuck.
It is our duty to reach a swift and just conclusion, I feel. So, your opening statement, please, Lord Van Zeeks.
At the heart of the incident is technology never before demonstrated anywhere in the world.
One of science's latest developments, I take it. The government is keen to capitalize on the Great Exhibition to improve Britain's technological advantage.
The technology being demonstrated by the accused was described as super high voltage instantaneous kinesis.
Good lord!
It's designed to disassemble human subjects using extremely high voltage electricity and beam them instantly to another location where they are subsequently reassembled.
Is such a thing even within the realms of possibility?
Well, they did do it in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, so...
I've never seen that movie.
But you're British.
What the fuck did I do for this guy?
It was like, I don't believe it.
And I don't believe it, that's for sure.
Disassembling people with electricity? My goodness, how shocking!
Oh, fuck, what,
Hush, the whole idea is absurd. The hypothesis would never stand up to scrutiny.
Sir, I believe you are a fellow of the Royal Society, are you not? An expert in your field.
I am, and my word on the matter can be considered final. Instantaneous kinesis is poppycock.
I can give the magician a Kermit voice.
That would almost be like what I do for Valent's voice. Like
Kermit the Frog.
yes. Perfect, wonderful.
So this expert and Mr. Sholmes are in agreement. It's impossible.
What is the prosecution's view on the matter?
The prosecution would assert that the accused's instantaneous kinesis demonstration was a success.
Is it just because he ended up in the what?
What rot?
Is it just because he ended up in the right place?
Order!
The professor's hypothesis is currently under investigation by the British government. My bestie would not fail. If it is deemed to have merit, a substantial research grant would be made available. The accused made use of the invention built on his new hypothesis to take Mr. Asman's life. In order to be the sole benefactor of the grant.
I mean, I guess he would. I mean, I guess Hairbrain kind of is his bestie if he's his only friend. I guess that kind of default makes him his bestie. But
This disastrous demonstration was no accident. It was carefully designed from the outset to end the life of the victim.
Thank you, Lord Mantiques. The prosecution's stance is clear. But you will now bring forth witnesses to substantiate your claims.
Gladly, my lord. Bailey, show the first witnesses to the stand.
Yeah, the sham, my god.
Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court.
okay, so now this is where I take Hairbrain, yeah?
Yes. Yes, sir. Tobias Gregson, Detective Inspector, Scotland Yard's Homicide Division. I was on duty at the demonstration on the day in question and in charge of the following investigation.
Grovey, is that for like a funny thing? Pursue Albert on Gregson's first statement for a little bonus. Okay.
Albert Hairbrain, scientist.
You were born in England, but have been carrying out research in Germany in recent years, correct?
Yes, that's right. After graduating from university here in Britain, I went to work in Germany and made an amazing discovery. Which is what brought me back. I had to demonstrate my incredible hypothesis at the Great Exhibition.
What you demonstrated was incredible, alright? An incredible explosion.
But the science was a success. The instantaneous kinesis worked. Everyone saw it. They must have done. Yes, there was a terrible accident, but the demonstration of my hypothesis was a success.
Well, that much is undeniable, as shown in this photograph taken by the forensic investigation team. This was taken inside the Crystal Tower, I take it. The centerpiece of the exhibition, no less. That's right, my lord. Seems the victim ran straight... Excuse me?
Was that a...
Seems the victim ran straight into it. There's too much fish and chips. I see. Very well, submit the photograph as evidence.
Is this the case where the magnifying glass comes in handy?
As the courts heard, the victim of the incident was Mr. Odie Asman. There have been a number of allegations made against the man, but putting them aside for the time being. He was the man who financed the research for the experiment and the demonstration itself. I see. So to summarize the situation, The defendant is accused of taking the life of the man who funded his work. Would that be correct?
Exactly.
But couldn't it be that the explosion was caused by some malfunction in the apparatus used for the demonstration?
That's right. It must be. My splendid machine. My poor splendid machine.
You saw it yesterday, didn't you? We can't even examine the wreckage thanks to the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act.
What? The wreckage? The wreckage?
But that being the case, how can the facts be established? How can it possibly be determined whether this was an accident or a deliberate and malicious act?
Extremely simply, my lord.
Thanks, Teo.
I beg your pardon?
Isn't that right, witness?
Huh? Sorry, me?
No, your neighbor.
Yes, sir. It was murder, plain and simple. Anyone could cite that with complete certainty.
What? How can he possibly think that?
Thank you, Inspector. I think we had better proceed to formal testimony. You will explain to the court on what grounds you claim this experiment to have been a front for murder. The corpse. Oh, what the fuck?
Too many people.
So
Too
many
fucking
people.
The corpse that went crashing through the Crystal Tower had a broken neck.
I made a minor miscalculation in the angle of the beam projection, that's all. That was my mistake. That was my mistake.
But the post-mortem examination revealed another injury. Fatal wound. There was a lesion in the chest where he'd clearly been stabbed by something sharp right in the heart. So the victim was killed before he went anywhere. And this fella's the only one who could have done it.
Didn't he, like, walk into the machine? And then he turned it on?
An extraordinary business. In addition to suffering a broken neck, the victim was stabbed in the heart.
Information I would really like to have heard from someone other than the judge.
Coroner says death would have been all but instant from a wound like that.
You could say, in fact, that the victim was killed twice by the accused.
Interesting. Okay. Also, yes, we are me and Yasogi. We are friends. This looks weird to Jet because he can't see him. On my shoulder. On my shoulder.
You just look like you're just trying to itch your ear with like your shoulder.
Oops! Oh God! Stop! I didn't mean to click you.
No, and no! That couldn't be further from the truth.
I have here the experiment plan document that was submitted to the security team. The victim stood himself inside something called the bird cage, ready to be beamed instantly. To the second level of the Crystal Tower, about 25 yards away.
The experiment did not go according to plan, however. As the machine was put into operation, there was a large explosion. The blast caused the beam transmitter to point higher than intended. Accordingly, the kinesis resulted in the birdcage materializing in mid-air. from where it subsequently fell, crashing through the glass of the Crystal Tower's large round window.
My word! When it seems the victim's neck was broken upon impact with the tower, then...
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. The machine was just too powerful. But honestly, really, I swear, it was just an accident. A terrible accident.
Unfortunately, that excuse can't save you.
No, not considering the sharp murder weapon that pierced the victim's heart.
Murder weapon? What are you saying?
This is the autopsy report submitted by the coroner. The prosecution would like it entered into the court record.
Your request is granted, counsel.
I was there in person, you know. I saw the whole ludicrous performance. And the only other person on that stage with Mr. Eisman was that disgraceful excuse for a scientist.
Then really, by all accounts, it must have been him.
Hard to think otherwise, really. Very well, counsel for the defense. Proceed with the cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord. I need to focus here. It's been a while. Yeah, Iris couldn't be with us because she would have strangled Van Zieks for his bad science takes. If Ryu had said that same thing, Brock would have been like,
Are you reading fairy tales? Are you stupid?
but since he's saying it, I guess it's fine. Also, I think we should maybe... There were so many things that I just didn't examine in the court record last time. This thing I did not examine. Like, at all. Hello?
Hello? Hi. Hello? Hi.
Ah, there's some sort of lever here. God, I hope he doesn't... Yeah, like he's... without a weird little girl... Yeah. Without a weird little girl here to, like, hold him back, he's gonna shoot himself accidentally with this.
Oh, what the? What is this?
It looks like a cross between a bow and a gun. I think it's probably used for the same thing, too. Okay. Anything? Okay, let's see. It looks like you wind this around in order to draw the bowstring back and create tension. You must be able to fire arrows with this huge amount of force using this device then. In fact, I would imagine it's far more accurate and powerful than a Japanese longbow. Ugh, I really had no idea what I was picking up when I spotted this at the exhibition grounds. Okay. It's probably fine. Let's see. It looks like layers of thick canvas with a thick rubber lining of sorts. I've never seen anything like it before. But applying Mr. Sholmes's methods, you might deduce it was part of a raincoat worn by someone who really, really didn't want to get wet. And the charring must have occurred when the person was struck by lightning. Ryu? Or maybe not. Alright, okay. Magnifying glass. His eyes are closed. He's got 2 cowlicks. That is the wound. Glass.
Yes. Amazing observations.
rufflies. Francisco would look good in this. Oh. Some sort of chain on the monocle.
To show that he's rich.
To show that he's rich and he can't see.
Out of only one eye. Wait, that's not a monocle.
Oh, sorry, no,
that's
sorry. I thought,
glasses.
no, they're like spectacles. Sorry. Not monocles. Deduction failed. This strap here has been moved out of place by whatever pierced him. Course correction. Shut up. So this was jostled. See, it's got blood on it. Okay. Autopsy report, let's see. Odie Asman, 47, British, time of death, 2:20. Okay, coroner Courtney Scythe. Is it like a scythe? Like the Reaper? Like the Reaper? Like the Reaper? Scythe like what a Reaper uses? Reaper like what kills people in this video game? Kills like dying when they are dead?
Yeah, that's why your eyes are closed, sir. Mr. Odiasman, stop having your eyes be closed.
Okay, hemorrhage of a wound to the chest that pierced the heart, inflicted by a sharp implement. Additional observations, a broken vertebra, most likely resulting from impact after a sudden fall from a considerable height. Okay. Broken neck. All right. Okay, the court. Sorry, Grovey. Sorry, So I should press this one and then pursue it for a fun little thingy. Yeah. Oops. No. Go back. Go back. No. Go back. Okay.
Hold it!
Are you suggesting that's because he fell from a considerable height?
Exactly, which highlights something else about this whole rum business.
What's that?
The fact that the instantaneous kinesis itself was a success.
After the explosion, the cage with the fell inside suddenly appeared out of nowhere in midair.
So although the experiment ended in disaster, the so-called instantaneous kinesis did actually occur.
Remind us, Professor, what was the cause of the fatal disaster?
Look at Albert at any time. Oh, sorry. He won't have a reaction. Okay, sorry. I'll go back.
Hold it!
We won't say all this again, but... Okay. Like, here? Or when he's biting his... Alright, whatever.
Excuse me!
Excuse me. Professor Hairbrain, are you hiding something from the court?
Aha! It's 4! Ah!
Okay, Raymond. What was that?
I was calculating the neutralization coefficient of electrical charge required for electrolysis of a human subject. I have kept the results secret at all costs, you see. That's why I ate the paper I did my working on. But now I've completely forgotten the number. Dear me, I am such a scatterbrain sometimes.
Well, moments before you ate the paper, you did yell out the number 4.
No! You know it? You know my secret coefficient? Oh dear, oh no, this is bad. Oh my goodness. Oh mein Gott.
Perhaps you could just focus on the testimony? He does not do this animation any other time. Great, okay. Thank you, Grovey. Okay, I'm gonna try. The postmortem examination revealed another injury, a fatal wound. There was a lesion in his chest where he'd clearly been stabbed by something sharp right in the heart. So the victim was killed before he went anywhere, and this fellow's the only one who could have done it. I want to... Stop. So that's all the testimony I have to work with. I had no idea the victim had been stabbed. That changes everything. Did Van Zieks keep that to himself until now on purpose? To gain the advantage? Oh well, I suppose all I can do is press the witnesses for as much new information as possible. Okay, I'm thinking maybe I should press something about the...
Hold it!
Because I want to present a crossbow somewhere. What grounds do you have for saying that?
Ha! Do you really need to ask? There were only 2 people on the public experimentation stage in front of the whole crowd.
The victim, Mr. Odie Esmond, and the accused, Professor Hairbrain. And we know for certain that before the experiment, the victim was alive.
That's right. I saw him with my own eyes.
Furthermore, following the explosion and kinesis, nobody went anywhere near the body.
In other words, someone else on stage with the victim could possibly have done it. And Albert Hairbrain is the only bloke who fits the bill. Unless you've got some other bright idea, Sunshine, in which case let's hear it.
My learned friend's silence is your answer, Inspector.
Can't a man have a moment to think? Okay. Oh, come on. Alright. Okay, it's gotta be on that last one they asked me. They said, if you got another thing, let's hear it, so.
Objection!
Nope, surely not. Okay. That last statement would seem to be at odds somehow with the evidence.
It is your task, counsel, to explain the somehows to the court, not the other way around.
It just seems to jar, though, don't you think?
What I think is that this whole exchange has been extremely jarring. Yes.
Perhaps I need to reconsider this. Fine. I'll just press more. No, god damn it! I keep fucking doing that. Okay. I need to use A and D. I need to use A and D, not the scroll wheel. Okay. Hold on. Had a broken neck. Okay.
Hold it!
Another fatal injury, you say? That doesn't make any sense!
I didn't think I'd have to spell this out, but here we go. Just because there were 2 fatal wounds doesn't mean I'm saying the victim had 2 lives to lose, does it?
Too right.
Obviously, at first, we thought the bloke had died due to his spine snapping in half as well.
But you're saying that's not the case?
You'll get your answer once I finish my fish and chips, if you don't keep butting in every few seconds.
But Inspector, you never finish your fish and chips. Okay.
The victim plummeted 30 feet into a glass tower. It would be reasonable to assume that as the cause of death.
Right, that's what we all thought, but it was a red herring, wasn't it?
Okay.
Hold it!
The defense knew nothing of this crucial information.
The prosecution received this report from the forensic investigation team only this morning. That was the first we knew of it as well. I can only apologize for the impossibility of informing the defense.
Sarcastic and insincere? Thanks. Real treat today. Updated autopsy report, yeah. So, what was the nature of this sharp object?
Among the accuser's tools that were in use at the demonstration, one is of particular interest. This.
Yes, that would appear to be some kind of screwdriver when it comes.
There he is! My trusty little companion, Andrew!
Andrew.
Of course. Ah, do you know each other already? He's one of my dear friends, like all my tools. I named them all, you know. We're one big happy family.
That's exactly how Sweeney Todd talks about his razors. You're not convincing me you're not a murderer.
Andrew is my flat-headed screwdriver, of course. His brother, Michael, is a crosshead.
Stop.
Well, it would appear that your beloved Andrew has a red stain on his shank.
That isn't...
It's blood, beyond all reasonable doubt.
No!
That's not all. The long, sharp shape of this Andrew fellow is completely consistent with the victim's wound.
What? What? Andrew, how could you do this?
Order, order. The court will enter this friend of the defendant as evidence.
Okay. So one of Professor Harebrain's tools is the murder weapon. Great. Okay. I've seen this unusually shaped handle before. It's the same screwdriver that was lodged in the grill on the floor of the kinesis machine. Which could be important information, so I should definitely make a note of it. Okay. That was found poking through the grill in the base of what remains of the kinesis machine. It has a very distinctive handle. Okay. This is blood. Mr. Asmund's, no doubt. This is the problem with looking at murder weapons. He's gonna vomit. Okay. Let me... Poking through the grill. Okay. So we're saying that he was killed before... We're saying... Their argument is that Asmund was killed before the machine started. But wouldn't someone have seen him do that? There was observers in the... Wouldn't someone have seen him, like, walk over and stab him or heard him yelling or something?
Yeah, that is the thing, isn't it? It's kind of odd. Because they use that same argument against you. They keep saying, like, there was observers everywhere. Everyone saw only 2 people up there. But then there's also saying, like, well, he was also stabbed, you know. So I think what they're trying to imply is that, like, after he died from falling that distance, he was, like, somehow he was also stabbed after the fact.
Okay. Because, like, if it was in the grill... Because, first of all, how the fuck could he get over there? Second,
Yeah.
It was in the grill of the machine, so it's not with the body.
Yeah, it doesn't quite make sense. And for this part, you've already pressed
Everything?
the statement that you need to press again.
Oh, I need to press it
Like,
again?
It's one of those things where you have to do it in order. So, because, like, you pressed that statement too early. So now that you've revealed the previous information, it will yield a different result now.
Okay. So this is the one that I just pressed, right? To get the...
Yes.
Okay. So maybe I need to do this one.
Hold it!
Okay, what grounds do you have for saying that? Victim, Mr. Yasmin. Is alive.
Great Scott!
All right.
Excuse me.
Excuse me! Professor Hairbrain, do you have some information that might be relevant here? Professor!
Sorry. I was just calculating the optimum coefficient of electrolysis to separate molecules in the human body.
And the witness stand is the best place for that? It seemed as though you might have something to say about Inspector Gregson's last remark.
Yes, that's right, of course. He just said that nobody else could have done it, didn't he?
Yeah, that's right. Who else could have stabbed the victim, huh?
I don't know, but there's no way I could possibly have stabbed Mr. Asman, as you say.
Huh?
Explain, please, Professor.
Of course, this cold-hearted policeman may not be aware, I suppose. But humans are warm-blooded mammals, with blood running continuously through their veins.
I had heard.
Then surely, you see, if I'd plunged something the size of Andrew into the man's chest, the whole stage would have been a bloodbath. No, a blood swimming pool. But thousands of Londoners were watching me at the time. And yet not one of them claims to have seen a swimming pool of blood.
Well, no. Suppose not.
Yeah, I really love how frantic how frantically he switches through all his animations. It's very funny.
You see? Not one!
True, I didn't say anything like that.
Well done, Professor. That was a great counter-argument.
Order!
Whenever he does that now, I'm just like, he's looking at me.
Pray forgive the discourtesy if I savor a drop from my hallowed chalice to accompany my old friend's editing. Here's to you, Albert.
Oh, you're too kind, Brock, but I'm really not a patch on you.
God, get a fucking...
No, you're not.
No?
You've neglected to mention one crucial possibility.
I have.
A particular situation in which very little bleeding would result from a stab wound.
Okay, well, if it was left in there, but it wasn't.
Ah, of course.
Inspector, enlighten the court, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Where are they going with this?
Very well, you will amend our formal testimony now, Inspector Gregson.
Ben borrowed college years slamming back brewskis. Okay, it must have been left in his body whilst he was beamed through the air, but it wasn't.
Objection!
You say that while the weapon remains in the body, there's very little bleeding. Is that unequivocal?
Look, there was no blood on the experimentation stage, even though that's where the fella was stabbed. The only explanation for that is if the screwdriver was still in his body, stopping any heavy bleeding.
It's common medical knowledge, my learned friend, even on your side of the world.
Yes, but about this screwdriver. The thing is, we actually saw it at the scene ourselves, on the experimentation stage.
What?
It was on the floor by the wreckage of the machine, poking through a metal grill. I went to pick it up, but the detective here stopped me. Isn't that right, Inspector Gregson?
Now you come to mention it, yes.
What are you hiding, Grexy?
Inspector, are we to understand that you permitted the Defense Council to investigate? That you contravened the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act?
No, not at all. I wouldn't do that. I just let him look, nothing more. I was very clear he wasn't such a thing.
Yes, that's true. This screwdriver was in plain sight on the stage. But it shouldn't have been, should it?
What are you getting at?
If this tool had been in the victim's body when the victim was beamed away by the machine, then it shouldn't have still been on the stage. That's right. It should have been beamed across to the Crystal Tower along with Mr. Asman. And been found still lodged in the victim's chest. Uwag.
Order. How do you explain this, Inspector? I don't.
It looks as though everything that the victim had on his person moved with him when he was beamed. If the screwdriver was still in his chest when the instantaneous kinesis occurred, obviously, that should have been beamed to the destination as well.
You.
Barack?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's just funny. It's just funny.
You.
This is a strange situation. Even though people are saying that this instantaneous kinesis is a scientific impossibility, we're still basing arguments on the assumption that it did actually take place. All right, time to tighten the screws here. My lord, if the prosecution is unable to explain this inconsistency in its argument, we can only conclude that the testimony given in support cannot be relied upon. Lord Van Zeeks is stumped.
Hold it!
You gonna hold it? And a frantic one, too.
Do you have something to say, witness?
Yes, I knew it. It bears out. The equations hold. Mr. Naruhodo, don't worry.
Are you gonna prove it? About what?
Without delving into the details, there is no inconsistency.
What?
Even if Andrew had been lodged in Mr. Asman's chest, my trusty tool wouldn't have moved. Andrew remaining on stage is consistent with my calculations.
What? What?
It would seem your illusions have been shattered. Clearly, we should hear the accuser's explanation. Or should I say, this brilliant scientist's explanation?
Kind of a little gay.
Get a room. Just when I'd found an inconsistency in the prosecution's argument. Scientists.
Very well, the defendant will testify again.
Hi, Cotton!
Provide us with the scientific explanation as to why the inconsistency asserted by the defense fails to hold.
In the name of Apollo, I will, my lord. In the name of Plush Apollo.
Name of Plush Apollo.
The greatest scientist known to man, Plush Apollo himself. To be clear, I'm still at the stage of gathering data in my research. My hypothesis states the kinesis cannot transport metal, though, hence the metal weapon would have stayed put. In other words, the point just raised by Mr. Naruhodo isn't an inconsistency at all. Mr. Asman was the patron of my research. Without him, my work wouldn't have been possible. Now I have a duty to protect the incredible machine that we built together.
Come on.
The fucking game character.
So, the thrust of your testimony, Professor, is that based upon his hypothesis, metal objects cannot be moved by this method of instantaneous kinesis. In other words, since the screwdriver is made of metal, even if it remained lodged in the victim's chest, its subsequent discovery on the site, despite the victim being found elsewhere, is not an inconsistency. And therefore, Professor Albert Harebrain could still have been the killer.
My great hypothesis holds, you see. We had to make the cage used. We had to make the cage used to contain the subject from wood for that very reason.
I was not addressing you, witness.
Professor Harebrain.
Yes?
Whose side are you on here?
I don't take sides, Mr. Naruhodo. No. My only interest lies in upholding my hypothesis. I'm a scientist, after all.
Is he working for us or against us? It's very hard to tell.
Let's see how you cross-examine this testimony, mighty beneath friend.
Yes, fire away, Mr. Naruhodo.
Okay. I'm thinking, though, if it transported all organic material from when he was beamed, would that not mean that the screwdriver wouldn't have blood on it? Because it was still in his body. I don't know why I did body in quotations. It was still in his body at the time. It would, like, instantaneous kinesis. It's instantaneous. The blood would not have time to gush out and get on anywhere on the stage. So the blood would have gone with him and not been on the screwdriver. Okay. My hypothesis states that kinesis cannot transport metal, though, hence the metal weapon would have stayed put. In other words, the point just raised by Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Asman was the patron of the research. I don't care. Now I have a duty to protect the incredible machine that we built together. Okay, whatever. Let's press this. No, fuck. Stop. Okay.
Hold it!
Your hypothesis states it? So this isn't proven then?
No, of course not. It's merely a hypothesis, but a good one, based upon thousands of calculations. But it is widely known that metals can't be decomposed by electrolysis. Yes, of course, so I am right. My hypothesis is clearly correct.
What is it about incriminating himself that makes this man so happy?
It's the whole reason that the birdcage is made of wood, you see.
Sorry, the bird cage?
Yes, that's what I call the C. obtusa cage, in which Mr. Asmund was placed for the kinesis.
The jail cell in which the victim was detained. It does indeed seem to be made of a timber of some sort.
Then why are his fucking glasses there? Why are his fucking glasses there? Oh, thank you not to refer to it as an instrument of incarceration, your lordship.
In short, any weapon lodged in the victim when he was beamed away by instantaneous kinesis would have been left behind on the stage if it was made of metal, correct?
Yes, that's it! Yes, yes, yes! It all fits perfectly with the mathematical model.
But the ultimate conclusion, then, is that the defendant alone had the opportunity to inflict this fatal injury on the victim, is it not? Indeed, sir.
Someone beam me out of this nightmare. Okay. Okay, look at C. Nope, that's not okay. Glasses. See? Glasses.
Objection!
Thank you very much. Professor Harebrain, you say that according to your hypothesis, nothing made of metal can be beamed by instantaneous kinesis using the machine you made. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Spot on. Exactly correct.
In that case, I'd ask you to have a look at this photograph that was taken at the scene. In particular, I'd like you to pay attention to the victim's face. You can clearly see that Mr. Asmund is wearing a pair of spectacles with a metal rim.
What? Metal? No. Metal can't. That's not metal. No!
We've already established that the proposed murder weapon, the screwdriver, was found on the stage. However, if your hypothesis correctly predicted that outcome, it should also have predicted that the metal rimmed spectacles would be found in the same place. Do you think this machine gives you mad iron deficient? Yes.
My hypothesis! My hypothesis!
Professor Harebrain, this isn't easy for me to say, but your hypothesis is clearly flawed.
Ugh.
Order! Counsel, what is the implication of this?
If, on the day in question, the alleged instantaneous kinesis never actually took place, then it's entirely possible that the victim was killed somewhere other than on the stage. And in that case, someone other than the defendant could have been the culprit.
But my hypothesis is sound. I proved it that day. The experiment was a success. The experiment was proof of all my work.
Oh, what did you sound like?
If I could say something here, in my capacity as a fellow of the Royal Society.
Yes, Joe number 4, go ahead.
As a man of science, there's still one thing I simply cannot abide. And that's a fraud who pretends to be a fellow man of science.
What? Wait! Great Scott! Are you suggesting my science is suspect?
It's just been disproved, hasn't it? In front of all of us. In other words, the whole demonstration was a complete nonsense from start to finish. Believe me, my fellow jurors, when I tell you that this man is a heel, a bounder, and a fraud.
I say the wreckage of that machine should be stripped down and thoroughly examined.
I wonder, what's the newspaper? What is the newspaper?
No! Never! That machine is the essence of my entire hypothesis! It's protected by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act!
What the devil is that blasted act all about, eh? Who made up such a daft rule?
I don't like the way this seems to be going. What's the best way for me to help the professor? I don't know, because if I raise an objection, then I'm saying that actually his experiment did work and what I just said doesn't make any sense. But if I let them keep going, maybe I'll wait and see. I don't know. Maybe I should watch and wait for the time being.
My feeling is that the machine requires a thorough examination.
But what about this special dispensation that's been mentioned? Gosh, this is all too much.
If it's determined that the machine itself was the murder weapon, I think you'll find that act won't apply. Of course it was the murder weapon! Anyone can see that plain as day!
So we're all in agreement, are we? That the machine should be stripped.
If I don't do something, they'll...
Objection!
Okay. All right. Professor Hairbrain has yet to perfect his invention. All right. That would seem to be the case. Yes, I don't know. I didn't know how to say that. Okay, sorry. Professor Hairbrain has yet to perfect his invention. That would seem to be the case, yes. But even so...
Even so what?
Going to such trouble and expense to create a fake machine to display in public. He would have absolutely no reason to do such a thing.
Objection!
He had an obvious reason to do exactly that. For the research grant money.
If the government was foolish enough to have deemed this man's ridiculous notion plausible, he and his conspirators would have received a handsome sum indeed.
Conspirators?
What would be the value of such a grant? £10?
It's a banana, Michael. How much could it cost? £10?
You're an order of magnitude out, madam. £500 a year!
You can live anthem on that for wait! You can live anthem on that one for years!
The Society's noticed an increase in bogus public demonstrations in the field of science recently. And plenty of scientists arguing with each other to get the largest slice of the funding cake. People's greed is plenty motive enough for murder, I assure you.
No! I haven't deceived anyone, least of all the government! My hypothesis is sound! The science is sound! Please, you must believe me!
Objection!
No matter how unbelievable this hypothesis may seem to be to you, ladies and gentlemen, the fact remains that the victim was transported instantly to the Crystal Tower. Which means that the experiment was a success.
Okay.
Ah, Barack!
And therefore, the only person who could have possibly have committed this murder is the accused.
Barack. Where is this heading? I have no idea.
My lord, if I may.
Yes, Lord Van Zeeks.
The prosecution would like to summon new witnesses to the stand. Hey, witnesses, what would be the nature of their involvement? They were spectators of the demonstration at the exhibition, who were occupying special seats.
Gina?
Eyewitnesses?
Very well, the court grants the prosecution's request. I should very much like to hear from eyewitnesses to the incident. The prosecution's stance is clear. This experiment was no pastiche. The accused killed the financial victim there on the public stage, before the very eyes of the spectators. Now, my learned friend.
Oh, yes?
It's time for you to make your own stance clear.
There's clearly a flaw in the professor's hypothesis. I can definitely see that. But where does that leave me?
We shall take a short recess now. During which time, the prosecution will prepare its new witnesses to take the stand. As you wish, my lord. Good. In that case, court is adjourned for 20 minutes.
A to be continued. Oh my goodness. How many parts is this?
This trial has another part, and then we go on to investigation.
Okay. I'll save.
This
Desperately.
case is kind of a longer one.
Okay. I desperately want to know why this is called what it is. If it's called that. If something very specific happens that I won't say because I don't want to say it, I will cry so hard I vomit. 23rd October, 10:44 a.m. The Old Bailey defendant's antechamber.
Mr. Naruhodo, what on earth were you playing at just now? Or rather, what on earth were you playing at all along? My hypothesis! My amazing hypothesis! You've been picking holes in it from the start!
Sorry about that.
But you promised me. You said you'd prove that dratted explosion was an accident, not murder. You said you'd keep my precious invention from falling into anyone else's hands. But all you've done so far is try to undermine me.
Yes, I did make you a promise. You're right. I said that I'd believe in you and fight for your freedom to the very end. But I also told you I was no scientist. I don't understand your hypothesis. The fact is, there's an undeniable flaw in your logic, isn't there?
But if I just run through some equations, yes, you see, yes, yes, you see, it's because my work is incomplete.
Perhaps it is. Nevertheless, a man died as a consequence, didn't he?
Oh no. You're right. You're so right. It's all my fault. And I have no right to blame you for my failures. I'm a disaster, not just as a scientist, but as a human being.
Well, that might be a little over the top.
And while we're on the subject, what about Barack? He's being awful.
Claiming his old university friend to be a murderer, you mean?
He's a disaster, not just as a prosecutor, but as a human being.
True, agreed.
Oh, but no, wait. He's the Reaper, isn't he? Perhaps he's not classified as Homo sapiens anymore?
Glad that's cleared up. Can I double check something with you?
Yes? What?
The machine and demonstration you prepared, they were based entirely on your hypothesis, I presume? There was no trickery involved?
I drew the plans for the machine with my very own hands. Every line was painstakingly drawn with the firm belief that science is the only future. So yes, it's true that my hypothesis hasn't reached maturity yet. But please, Mr. Naruhodo, you must believe in it.
All right, Professor. I understand.
Counsel defendant. The prosecution's witnesses are ready to take the stand. Court is about to be in session again. Make your way to the courtroom, please.
All right. So what I was supposed to glean from that was that... Okay. It all hinges on that demonstration. If the professor's hypothesis is as sound as he claims, it leaves him as the only person who could possibly have killed the victim. But on the other hand, Mr. Sholmes was adamant.
A practical implementation such as was attempted by the Professor of the Great Exhibition is quite impossible.
So really, what should I be trying to prove here? That's a good question, Ria. 23rd October, 11 o'clock a.m., the Old Bailey courtroom.
In the name of Her Majesty, the Queen, I hereby reconvene the proceedings of this court. Counsels for the defense and prosecution, are you ready for the new witnesses to testify? The prosecution is ready, my lord.
Okay, goodbye, Kirsten. As is the defense, my lord.
So, Lord Van Zeeks, I believe these next witnesses saw the demonstration on the day in question with their own eyes. Indeed, they did. And as luck would have it, one of them is a police detective.
Gina?
So the testimony we are about to hear can be considered highly reliable.
Perfect. A detective of all people.
The prosecution's stance remains unchanged. Though which ended in tragedy, the demonstration on the day in question was scientifically sound. And consequently, the sole person with the opportunity to have committed this act of murder is the only other individual to have been present on the stage at the time, the accused. Thank you, counsel. The prosecution's position is clear. So, bring forth your witnesses now. Bailiff, show the witnesses in. The witnesses whose proximity to the incident on the day in question will clarify the truth unequivocally.
Gina. Oh.
Gina! Gina!
Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the girl to hear.
There was also a weird baby, but which do you have a voice in mind?
I'll be the baby.
Okay, you be the baby. All right.
This character's supposed to be Italian or something.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, he says well, like, you know how like when it comes to different languages they like write it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I can't do like an Italian accent because like
Yeah.
I've been around my Nona so much that I'm like I couldn't make one sound like genuine like her, so I'll try my best, but it's like one of the accents that I can't do. Like I don't know how to do it. Like whatever. Okay.
Yeah, just do your best.
I'll do my best. I just need to make that clear. Like I know I'm Italian. I can't do an Italian accent.
My name is Balthazar Loon. I am the impresario of all the hot air balloons in vicinity to the experimento stage.
My name is Wilhelm Gottfried Sigismund Ornstein.
No, little German boy! Oh my god, this balloon is full of hot air.
I have come to see the great exhibition all the way from my home in Bohemia.
No, little Bohemian boy.
I'm very rich.
Inspector Gina Lestrade, Scotland Yard. I'm a great detective, even though like Sholmes agrees. I was on security duty at the exhibition, and I got to go up in one of them balloons. It was amazing.
Gina, again. But she did mention that she'd seen the disaster from up in a balloon, actually, didn't she? And she clearly loved every minute of it.
There were 3 balloons flying near the public experimentation stage when the incident occurred. 2 of these witnesses were in one such balloon at the time and saw events unfold from the skies above.
You make it sound like they were in the clouds. It was only altitude of circa 60 feet. Very low.
Well, you can't see nothing if you fly too hard, can ya?
60 feet. About 18 meters then.
Thank you for your introductions. Now, you will give your formal testimony for the court. Kindly describe exactly what you witnessed, especially those of you who had a vantage point from above the stage.
I think we do a really good job of giving everyone unique characters. There are so many fucking people in this game.
We do. You know what? I think we deserve a little clap for ourselves, because I think we do a really good fucking job. We are talented.
It was an incidente terribile. I am only grateful that my balloons were not damaged.
There's this huge bang from the stage, and then the next second, another bang in the sky beside us.
And from amidst the smoke, a cage appeared out of nowhere.
The cage, fell from the sky like a stone and crashed into the crystal tower.
I didn't get a good look inside the cage, but no one went near it after it crashed into the tower.
Oh, thank you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
A most extraordinary collective recount, I must say.
Could I just clarify something? There's a detail in the witness's testimony that I've not heard any mention of until now. Specifically, that there were 2 explosions?
More precisely, 2 explosions in 2 separate places, yes. When the demonstration began, the balloon carrying the 2 witnesses was around here. There were other balloons in the air nearby at the time carrying other passengers as well, to be clear. Then, as power was supplied to the machine for the demonstration, the first explosion occurred. The so-called bird cage that contained the victim disappeared from the stage, and a moment later... The second
Excuse me. Hold on. Too much wine.
Oh. Lord Van Zeeks.
The second explosion occurred directly adjacent to the balloon carrying the witnesses.
He just had to quit. He's so drunk, he just had to quickly throw up for a second.
Yeah, it's like I threw a little bit in my mouth, sorry. Just a little baby bath. The bird cage appeared at the site of the explosion, subsequently to plummet down into the crystal tower.
was very surprised. Suddenly, a cage appeared before my eyes with a person inside. The blast was so hot, but I didn't want to miss a thing, so I kept my eyes wide.
How many balloons is this little German boy gonna buy?
Many, because I still have lots of money. Precisely, who is this curious infant?
I'm told he's a young noble of Bohemian royalty. Apparently, he disguised himself in order to steal unnoticed into the Great Exhibition.
That sounds like someone coming to blow up the Crystal Tower.
Yeah, I am here in London on a sightseeing trip with my elementary school.
Sorry, hold on. I keep laughing.
I don't care if he's 4. Hold on. He could just look like that, right? $11. They were gonna get Machi for less, I think. How old is Machi?
Yeah,
no,
Machi
Machi's-
was like 10.
Yeah,
No, wait, he was 14.
14. Okay.
My bad, sorry. Don't revoke my AA4 card, please.
POV, I am taking your AA4 card. the one like ASMR video like that. Thank you.
We will have to
sorry.
benefit of a...
Child's point of view. Sorry. Here.
We will have the benefit of a child's point of view in the testimony.
Like, why are you saying that seriously? Why would that be, like, prudent?
Like Brock Van Zieks is the kind of guy to like hear a child say something that he wants to hear and go, "From the mouths of babes." Like that kind of a guy. Abby, what did you send me?
Why? Now that Avi gets a break from making graphics for the zine, she's like, I'm gonna make memes in real time.
Sorry. It's just the little body, the little arms. I'm sorry, I have to stop looking at it. Do we really need that? Abby, did we really need that?
That meme, no.
When I remove my mask, this is what I look like.
Yes, a delightful face, I'm sure.
Yeah, everybody says so.
Great disguise, then.
Clavier's like, when I take off my sunglasses, this is what I look like.
The point is, the testimony of these witnesses further substantiates the facts for the court. Namely, that despite ending in an explosion, instantaneous kinesis was successfully demonstrated. And furthermore, that until the arrival of the police, no one approached the Crystal Tower where the victim fell. Therefore, only the accused who was with Mr. Asman on the stage could possibly have committed the murder.
Yes, thank you, counsel. The prosecution's views on the matter are quite clear. So, the defense's cross-examination now, please.
Yes, my lord. I completely forgot what all of them said. I'm just thinking about me coming into the Old Bailey at 2 a.m. to tell them my throat.
I mean, just open up the history and look through it really. I mean, never mind.
Yeah.
The fucking, yeah.
Okay. My balloons are not damaged. There's this huge bang from the stage, and the next thing, another bang in the sky beside us. Amid the smoke, a cage appeared out of nowhere. The cage, it fell from the sky like a stone, and it crashed in the crystal tower. I didn't get a good look inside the cage, but now I went near it after it crashed into the tower. Okay.
Hold it!
Was it you who gave the order to keep people away?
Huh? Use your head, Ido. How could it have been me? I was up in a balloon, weren't I?
Right.
So because I weren't available, it was the boss who had to leg it over there. He was getting shoved and kicked all over by the panicking spectators as he tried to seal off the scene. It was a real sight to behold, I can tell you. Amazing!
Poor Inspector Gregson. Abby, what did you do?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this one's near and dear to my heart. So anyway, I couldn't see the cage that well because of all the smoke. And I didn't really want to see, to be honest. I was scared out of my wits.
Keep it together, Inspector. Okay. The prosecution really is asserting that the demonstration was genuine. But what if it was actually some kind of switch-around trick instead? That would mean that the victim was never actually on the stage in the first place. The two explosions would have thrown everyone watching into a panic for sure. I think I need to find out more about what exactly people saw at the time. Okay.
You try the bang one.
So you actually saw the incident happen from up in the air?
Yep, isn't it amazing what a detective gets to do, eh? I'm telling you, Dad, being a lawyer's a mug's game. You should join the force and we can go flying together.
You know me so well. Yes, well, anyway, could you tell us exactly what you saw, do you think?
Everything. We saw everything because we were up above it all. That dodgy cove climbing into the cage and that dodgy professor pulling all them levers. And that's when it happens. That's when there was that massive bang and the cage disappeared, just like that.
You are describing the moment the subject's body was decomposed by the electricity, I believe.
I didn't know what to make of it, but then there was another bang, right in me ear. I went deaf for 5 minutes. I looked round, and there was a huge fireball right next to us in the sky, and there was nothing there before.
What do you have to say about this little German boy?
Excuse me!
Excuse me, little German boy. Master Gotts, does your memory of the day differ? Oh, mein Gott.
My teacher at elementary school said that when you meet someone for the first time, you should always use their full name.
Ah, yes, what was it again?
Wilhelm Gottfried Sigismund Einstein.
Just the 4 names, then. The point is, do you have something to say? Something to add in response to Detective Gina Lestrade's last remark, perhaps?
Oh, I get it right, Ido. It's Inspector Lestrade.
Why does everyone have a problem with how I address them at the moment?
That is not what I saw.
Oh?
Yeah, there was a second explosion. It was right beside our balloon. That is true. But I'm sure...
Which is what I said, isn't it? 1 minute there was nothing there, the next a massive explosion.
My teacher at elementary school said that when someone else is speaking, if you are rude enough to interrupt, you will have the most awful life imaginable.
That was just Jet. You wrote that line.
Yeah.
Are all Bohemians brought up to be so full of joy?
Just before the second explosion happened next to our balloon, I clearly witnessed a green balloon flying in the sky.
A green balloon?
Eh? Yeah, what? I never saw nothing like that.
Well, I did! I saw it! You can't say I didn't! I will complain to the council, I will cry and scream! My testimony is the truth! I am a Bohemian prince! You cannot say it's a lie! That is not allowed!
Flying the bleeding royalty card, are ya? Typical.
Says the orphan who likes to remind people she works for Her Majesty's police.
It ain't the same thing, Odo. Shut your fucking trap.
In that case, young man, I must ask you to amend your formal testimony. In the interest of cordial national relations between Great Britain and Bohemia.
It was a green balloon. Oh.
Objection!
Oh. Never mind, that was too early. Oopsies. Sorry, I correlated the two things and I got very excited. Okay, never mind. Whatever. I'll just...
Hold it!
But you're on the right track.
Yes,
It's the thing.
I'm thinking about things. A green balloon, you say? Are you sure about that?
Of course I'm sure. I am a proud Bohemian prince. All these questions are making me boring.
I think you mean bored. Oh no, Ryu.
English is very annoying. The language of my countrymen is far superior.
Ragazzo, it is very wrong to lie.
Lie?
Flying balloons never explode. For the same reason, the planets never explode. It is logical. Please tell me that doesn't mean logical.
If you insult me, you insult all of Bohemia.
Madai!
I will have the army come and shoot all of your stupid balloons out of the sky. All of them.
Here you are, Your Highness. If only all international incidents were so easily resolved.
Now that peaceful relations have been restored here in the cold room, perhaps we could return to the testimony. Did you also see the moment that the carriage materialized, Mr. Loon?
No. I did not see the esplosione myself. However... Oh. The cage, it fell from the sky like a stone across the crystal tower. Okay. I feel like it's still gotta be something with this.
I would just reread all the statements.
Yeah. Okay, fine. My balloons. Oh, well.
Objection!
There we go. Mr. Loon, in your testimony, you said that all three of the balloons you had operating at the time were undamaged. See, that is correct. If they had been caught in the I've never seen this word before. Sorry, not in my Duolingo. Explosiones, it would have been terrible.
I'm not entirely sure if it's like an actual word or if they're just like making quote unquote Italian looking words,
Also,
you know?
yeah, true. Also, explosiones would not be the plural of that. So it's probably...
Yeah, it's probably like a, making fun of not making fun of, but yeah, you know, like
Hold on.
just making up.
Let me ask my dad.
Sure. Have your dad come on the stream and voice that character specifically.
Yes. I'm on stream.
Oh, Seal Nami said.
Quick.
Oh, Nami says it's the actual word.
Is it? Quick question. Well, I'm gonna ask my dad anyways because I've already texted him. Yeah, explosione would, but explosiones would not be the plural. Word for explode.
Had to phone a friend on this one.
Explosion. I'm on stream. There's an Italian character. Also, what's the plural?
I see.
It's yeah. Okay. Oh, like Spanish. Okay. It's like Spinalio. Spinalian. Yeah. Yeah, because it's explosion. It's E and O. No. No. Because it's explosione would be the. Is this like a weird one like cane? Could be a weird one like cane. Because it's il cane, I cani. Yeah, my dad says esplosione. Well, Duolingo didn't prepare me for this one. Can't believe the localization didn't consult Tony's dad, right? Rude. It's almost like they didn't. Yeah, okay. Okay, yes. Okay, it is a weird one like cane, because esplosioni is plural, so okay. Anyways, learning language in Ace Attorney.
I still have to send you that those streamers that were playing in Italian. That
Right,
they were
yes.
translating.
I'm so
And you
mad.
can watch them now because we finished case 2.
Oh, good. Yeah, because I was so frustrated because there's no Italian localization of the trilogy, which I was gonna use to learn. But you know, fuck me, I guess. Anyways, okay. I wonder if you might know what this is. Yeah, le esplosioni. Yeah. I think it may be. See, part of a balloon. A burnt piece of the fabric of the envelope. Sorry, the envelope? Pardon. That is the large, round part of the balloon which becomes filled with hot air. It is made from very thick fabric lined with rubber. You do not want to rip it when you are in the sky. Just as I thought. This piece of cloth was found near the experimentation stage. In other words, as Master Gotz testified, a green balloon did indeed explode that day. Hello, my father. No X in Italian, but yeah, it makes sense that it would sound like the Spanish pronunciation because Italian and Spanish have a lot of similarities. Huh? If all the balloons in the sky above the experimentation stage belong to you, Mr. Loon, I also wonder if it would be pronounced Lune, then your statement that they were all undamaged clearly contradicts the evidence.
I had just said loon because of balloon, you know?
Right.
If a balloon exploded that day, would have been like me, mama. Maybe everyone on that board is.
Haven't just spent £10 for the experience. How awful.
I feel like those things cost me
The instantaneous kinesis did occur, but after the explosion on that stage, the point of materialization shifted to a location occupied by a balloon.
Causing the balloon to explode. Yes, eminently plausible.
An unfortunate traffic accident, as it were, but it changes nothing about the pertinent facts.
Sorry, Gone Apologist, did you just say there's the DS version of the trilogy is available in Italian? Is that what you're telling me right now? Hold it is available in Italian.
Yeah, because like when you go into YouTube and you search up objections in all available languages, Italian's in there.
It's not the Switch version does not have it.
No, but the original.
Okay, well then I need to go find a cartridge, don't I? I'm gonna go. I'll go buy it for $300 on eBay. This I cannot accept. Why not, Mr. Lune? You are suggesting that I am a liar. That persons died in a balloon incidente.
There's no need to get fired up, Mr. Loon. The victim was the sole fatality that day.
That's right, and I prove it. Balthazar Lune is not a liar. There was no such balloon in the sky. It is non possible. You're saying it's impossible? Why?
This court has more important matters to discuss than the number of balloons that were operating that day.
Objection.
But we can't ignore the fact that nobody appears to have known anything about this balloon until now. My lord, the defense calls for further testimony from Mr. Loon.
I concur. There's clearly more to the truth here than meets the eye. It's imperative that we clear up the issue of this phantom balloon, I feel. A witness, you will give supplementary testimony about the balloon you were operating at the exhibition.
Thank you, Pa. Ah, grazie, my lord. I've been doing my Duolingo. I complained. Everybody here knows that you didn't raise me bilingual because I complained about it once. Everyone knows. As I said, Balthazar Lune is no liar. Every balloon I had in the sky landed safely. All 3 of my balloons were carrying passengers. If they fell to the ground in an esplosione, what a catastrophe. Switching between the pronunciations is making me insane. What a catastrophe. But you can't get away from the fact that a burnt-up bit of cloth was found at the scene, can ya? The coppers at the yard reckoned it was probably some debris thrown from the explosion on the stage. That's...
He said we tried, you all resisted.
We did not! I did not resist! I did not resist! I watched Mutzi 20 times! No! I did not resist! Mom said you stopped with Stefano, okay? That was not my fault! I wasn't even born yet! My God! Oh mein Gott! This stupido ragazzo is mistaken. My balloons have the red and blue zigzag stripes anyway.
Yeah, I don't know my native language either. I just know when I'm getting yelled at. Like when my parents speak it or grandparents speak it, I understand what they're saying, but I can't speak it.
Yeah, I can pick up words and context clues, and sort of figure out what's being said, but stringing together my own sentences yeah. My parents feel like we tried, and the tried is one children's book. Well, Pa, I'm still grateful that you made me watch Mutzi a million times because it helped me with actual pronunciation. So, anyways.
So your assertion is that the balloon this child saw was not one belonging to you?
Si, exactamente. If he even saw a balloon in the first place. I do not like the sound of it. It is very bad for business. I have a good mind to sue the land of Bohemia.
If you attack us, we will fight back. It will be war. All out war. Now give me a fucking balloon.
What happened to all-out war? Mr. Looney clearly doesn't appear to be lying. But that doesn't change the fact that the testimony and evidence are contradictory here.
If the defense is unable to find fault with the witnesses' statements, the court must consider them the truth. Think long and hard on that, my learned friend.
As a man, why are you thinking long and hard?
Right, Barack? Please. I mean, I get it. Like, your childhood bestie is right there, but like, come on. The situation has clearly changed now. I have to get to the bottom of what happened here, no matter what it takes.
Counsel, you may now cross-examine the witnesses.
I know, Pa, I know you're saying something about... So you're saying that if we... Oh my god. My gosh, don't make me switch between all these languages right now. So you... Oh, okay, so you're saying you're only going to speak to me in Italian from now on. Is that what you're saying? Because you should. That would be a good practice for me. Also, I'm going to go find the trilogy in Italian. Okay. No liar. Every balloon I had in the sky landed safely. So it was fell to the ground and exploded. Okay. Burnt up better cloth was not seen. The coppers at the yard reckoned it was probably some debris thrown from the explosion on the stage. Okay. So it was someone. Thank you, Pa. I'll learn it. I'll learn it somehow. I'll watch JJK with Italian subtitles again or something. That's what I was doing before. And I had to stop it every 5 seconds because I'm like, okay, they're speaking Japanese and I'm reading Italian. And so I'm like sitting there with Google Translate like...
Yeah, it seems counterintuitive when you watch it in English dub with Italian
I
subtitle.
don't like the dub.
Well, you know, sacrifices must be made in order to learn the language. Yuji, become Italian!
Yuji become Italian! Happy birthday, Yuji Itadori!
Birthday.
You are become Italian!
Happy birthday, Yuji Itadori. You have become Italian.
Happy birthday. Okay. I actually have to... I only watched one episode of the JJK dub, and it was the one with, oh, what's her name? The witch girl, and I didn't like her voice. Momo, yeah, I didn't like her voice.
I told you this. I went to go watch the movie this weekend, and my friend and I had specifically bought like the Japanese dub with subs, and we sat in the theater. The movie started to play, and then Gojo starts speaking in English, and I was like, "Huh?" And I'm looking at my friend, I'm like, "Dude, I thought you said this was sub." She's like, "Yeah, I know. I want to check my ticket right now." And we're just like, "What's going on? Do we have to sit through this whole thing listening to this?"
Yeah.
And then the movie theater goes dark for like 5 minutes, and then they restart the whole thing.
That's gonna be me tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I see the JJK movie.
Yes, please, 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 please. You have to meet my boy.
Your boy. Well, Pa, I mean, I guess it would help to hear things in Italian too, but like, I don't think unless JJK does have an Italian dub, that would be kind of fun. Okay, sorry, I have to play the video game. Ugh, crazy. Okay, so I'm thinking it's a balloon from one of not his, so it's like an unregistered balloon in the sky. Sure. You mean the color is wrong? Oh, thank you, Nami. Forgot.
Si, senor. I do not have any green balloons in my warehouse.
Oops. And yet, a piece of green cloth was found at the scene, and it's unmistakably from a balloon. Paul, I'm trying to figure out what you're saying right now while also playing the game.
Well, I do not know how that can be.
For the sake of argument, let's say that a green balloon did explode above the stage.
Oh, good. Azure knows a little bit of Italian. Good. Okay.
You couldn't therefore conclude that it happened on the day in question.
Why not?
There have been recreational balloon flights over Hyde Park operating from before the Great Exhibition. One could have exploded on some earlier date. Unfortunate, as I'm sure you'd agree.
You believe it may have been from some early balloon accident that predates the exhibition.
We'll bring your receipts, Baroque.
Si, esattamente. As the senor says, it's not from one of my balloons.
Nope.
Clearly this little ragazzo from Bohemia is mistaken about what he saw.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, sir. Why are you crying? Wait. Sound of crying. Is something wrong, Master Gotts?
It's Master Wilhelm Gottfried Sigismund Ornstein.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, something is very wrong. I know what I saw. There was a green balloon there. I swear it. I swear it all over Bohemia.
You can speak as much bad language as you like, but it changes nothing.
I will take your money, though. If you do not have evidence, ragazzo, you do not have anything. Evidence is everything. Then I must tell your parents to punish you, eh?
Perhaps we'll let the judge decide when it comes to punishments.
Evidence? What is this evidence? And why is it everything? To give a simple example, young man. A photograph, for instance, some tangible proof of what you claim. Well, why didn't you say so sooner? I have the photograph here.
Oh my god. They said evidence is everything. Everything, the little German boy said. Okay. Work.
Good gracious!
What?
I had not been up in a balloon for a little while, so I was very excited. I took lots and lots of photographs.
Nice.
Of the Crystal Tower, of the Bohemian exhibit, of the streets of London, of the hot eel cellar, the balloon.
And the instantaneous kinesis experiment? Did you take a picture of that?
Yeah, one picture.
Oh my god.
Really? You did take one?
But all I wanted was a ride in a balloon. I was not interested in boring experiments.
Come on, little German boy.
And never mind that. Can you show us that photograph?
Of course, and then you will see. You will see that I am not lying. That I really did see a green balloon.
Okay, with no one in it. Interesting.
Well, I see you are too shocked to speak. Yes, I think shock is indeed the word, young man. Yeah, perhaps you cannot see that it was a green balloon from this photograph, but that is not my fault! That is about this stupid person who made the camera! Wait.
Crying in German. Sound of German crying.
That is one very bohemian sounding cry.
Very well, the court will accept this photograph as evidence. It's not my fault, it's the fault of the person who made the camera.
Who made the camera?
Well, never mind. I'm sure you have plenty of wonderful sepia memories to take home with you. In any case, when exactly did you take that photograph?
Well, it was on the day of the big explosion.
Oh, Pa, you don't believe him? You're saying it's crocodile tears? You don't say.
When I pressed this sucker release, there was this very loud bang. And the hot wind rushed up my face.
That means this photograph was taken a split second before the explosion occurred. Well, if you ask me, this black and white photograph changes nothing. I could not give the flying fig. Oh, I love figs. A lovely language you've picked up. As I thought, Mr. Lune's testimony just doesn't quite add up. The young bohemian boy claims to have seen another, fourth balloon. But Mr. Lume vehemently denies the possibility. And it's hard to imagine the man in charge could be mistaken about the number that were in the air. Still, this inconsistency must tell us something, I'm sure. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and this one carries no passengers. Could I don't want to kill him. I don't want to die. So I'll just save it. I'll save scum right here, but I'm thinking I gotta present the picture because it ain't got a single person in there. See, as you can see, not a one person. There's also a running kid, a lady, him, and him. You can't see if he's been stabbed already. Oh, hey, what could this possibly be?
I love how that's like the last thing you notice. You're like, there's nobody inside, there's a kid running, there's a lady, there's him, and that's it. Oh, wait! Get back up here and play your video game.
God damn it!
Finally, a use for the magnifying glass.
I'm being bullied. Why do I always do this? Why do I always do stupid shit like this? Yeah, I was actively avoiding it. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the photograph Master Gotts took can't tell us the color of the balloon. But it can tell us something else. Something crucially important.
What?
It shows that the pictured balloon wasn't carrying any passengers.
Ah, my goodness, you're right. But surely all the balloons would have been carrying passengers. There would be no sense in it otherwise.
See, they are for pleasure, for seeing the view. My balloons only fly with passengers, of course. Which tells us that the pictured balloon isn't one of them. So when the incident occurred that day, there was a fourth balloon in the skies above the experimentation stage. The mysterious green balloon. I know nothing, niente. I can only tell you one thing. If this balloon was not carrying passengers, then it was not one of mine. What, Pa? What is a
Objection.
Rowan genogram? What is that? What is that?
There are legal tradesmen everywhere you care to look. Clearly, one such entrepreneur denied to capitalize on the opportunity presented by the Great Exhibition, and managed to operate balloon flights on Mr. Loon's patch without him realizing.
Sì, the competizione, trying to steal my profits.
I did not notice because of the experimento that went wrong on the stage. This fourth balloon exploded at the very moment Mr. Asman was beamed from the stage below.
Right. So them scraps that fell to the ground after and left them scorch marks. They didn't come from the stage at all. It was bits of the balloon raining down. But because no one was in it, it didn't get no attention.
A mysterious fourth balloon carrying no passengers, silently floating over the experimentation stage.
Objection!
This photograph shows us nothing more. A stray balloon carrying no one and operated by some rogue trader. Clearly has nothing to do with the case.
Its relevance does elude me, I must say.
The court has seen sufficient evidence and heard ample testimony already. The prosecution calls for this trial to be concluded.
Why are you so eager about it, you weirdo? Really? Sorry. I thought he was going really at all the jurors not paying attention.
Really? Have we really got to the truth yet? No, I can't let this opportunity slip away. The jurors' minds are made up, and not in our favor. What else can this photograph tell us? Is there nothing more we can learn from it? There's more! There's more! What was the explosion? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, wait. Please don't give your decisions yet. The photograph from Master Gotts may well be hiding one more vital clue.
What's that? A vital clue?
Objection!
He's kind of doing Kermity face like a...
We're well past the point of mere possibilities. It's time for definitives now, so tell the court. What exactly does the alleged clue in the photograph prove?
Cause of the explosion.
We can reasonably assume that the pictured balloon was destroyed in the searing heat of the explosion.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was not my fault.
No one said it was your fault. What are you hiding?
Evidently. Because the birdcage from the kinesis machine materialized in the sky where it had been flying. And the balloon, being filled with flammable hydrogen, instantly and explosively ignited.
Objection!
No, that's not what happened.
What?
See, I'm not the only one who didn't notice it right away, okay? Everyone here is like, what else could it tell us? Okay.
It would appear that this photograph requires closer examination. Counsel for the defense, you will highlight the location of this alleged clue in the photograph for the court.
Sorry.
Of course, my lord. If you look closely, it's plain enough to see. And what's shown is linked to another piece of evidence we have, in a way that leads to an unbelievable conclusion. The clue that heavily suggests the real reason the balloon exploded is... What?
Take that!
The timing of this photograph can only be described as miraculous. If you look, you'll notice there's a bright white line that appears to point directly at the balloon.
Most likely a ray of light caught incidentally on the film.
I'm afraid I can see nothing of the sort.
If you look with a magnifying glass, my lord, it becomes clear what the nature of this bright line really is. Where?
Goodness, what is that? I seriously don't know what you mean.
Undeniably, some flash of light, yes.
Golly, do you think it might be lightning?
But it couldn't have been a finer day. I believe we may be looking at a fire.
I believe we may be looking at a fire. Kermit the Frog here.
Kermit the Frog here. We are looking at a fire. Brought to you today by the letter F. F for fire.
That's really good.
Mr. Van Seeks over there, can you count for us, please? 1, 2, 3.
If I spill this bag of sugar, could you please count for us?
Oh god, okay. Boat of fire, heading straight for the balloon, like an arrow. That's not a fitting voice for him, but whatever.
Indeed, even to my aging eyes, it would appear to be a flame of some sort. My word, are you suggesting this flame struck the hydrogen gas that filled the balloon? Or back to the gas?
That's absurd! The balloon would have been 60 feet above the ground at the time.
No, but we said
No flame could possibly have reached such a height.
that they were observing the thing, so they were only 30 feet. Actually, it's my opinion that a particular piece of evidence found at the scene reveals how that is exactly what did happen.
What evidence?
If such evidence exists, Council, then for goodness sake, present it, man! Which evidence explains this mysterious streak of flame that appears to be headed directly for the balloon?
Take that!
Bam. This was found hidden at the foot of a small ornamental tree near the scene.
Good lord, is that a crossbow?
An arrow dipped in oil and set alight could have been shot from this weapon, sending a flaming arrow straight into the hydrogen-filled balloon.
Are you suggesting that crossbow was used to deliberately...
Abby, hello, you live.
Blimey, you're right. That streak of light in the photo looks just like an arrow, doesn't it?
Then the explosion of the balloon, it was very likely the result of a flaming arrow from this crossbow igniting the hydrogen gas inside it.
No!
Why won't you just fall over or something? Do something more dramatic.
Order, Council, this is an extraordinary supposition.
If the aim was to cause the balloon to explode, the shooter could have used a gun, of course. However, there's an obvious reason why that would have been out of the question.
The noise of the discharge, of course.
That's right. By using a crossbow, the projectile could be fired at the balloon silently.
Well, yeah, if someone had if someone had shot a gun off in the exhibition grounds, it would have caused a real panic.
But with the big explosione, there was a very big panic anyway, no?
So they had to so they had to draw the attention up into the sky because there was something happening here that they didn't want everybody looking at.
I don't like this. I should be pleased to have found a plausible new explanation for all this, but something feels wrong.
Objection!
Do you understand the implications of what you're saying, my Nipponese friend?
If a flaming arrow did indeed hit the balloon, then obviously it would have exploded. And if the birdcage appeared from the cloud of smoke that ensued...
What? Wait a minute. What are you really saying here?
Okay, so they're saying that the body was somehow in the balloon?
I don't get it. Was the birdcage beamed up into the sky after all, or what?
My goodness me!
Ah, now I understand. That's what that sinking feeling is about. I think there's a good chance that the birdcage was actually concealed inside the balloon all along.
What? Did I just hear you correctly, Council?
There's no going back now. The horse has bolted. Let's assume, as I said, that the birdcage was hidden inside the green balloon from the start. How would that be possible? On stage, when the experiment was started, the birdcage in the instantaneous kinesis machine disappeared in a cloud of smoke. At that moment, the flaming arrow was fired from the ground, causing the green balloon to explode and drawing the attention of the spectators to the sky above their heads. From amid the smoke, the hidden birdcage then appeared, to fall and crash into the crystal tower. I think you'll all agree it's entirely plausible that what I've just described is the real truth behind the miraculous experiment carried out that day.
Good grief!
Objection!
This is ludicrous. What you've described is no science experiment. It's child's play. A contemptible display of stage magic.
Hey now, stage magic is pretty difficult, okay?
Who are you?
Hi!
She kicks him in the shins and then runs.
Ah!
Nice. Nice! Both Mr. Sholmes and Iris said that the experiment was a scientific impossibility. In which case, this is the only way to explain what happened that day.
And in any case, the victim's body was found inside the birdcage in the Crystal Tower. If the instantaneous kinesis didn't take place, how do you explain that?
If I may put in a word, as a man of magic myself. Kermit the Frog here. Such apparent discrepancies can easily be explained by some simple deception.
So good. Juror number 3. Oh my gosh, I'm a huge fan. I watched you on TV all the time.
Well, thank you. I'm glad to be here in this British court. I was very lucky to be chosen as a juror out of the 6 million occupants of this great city of London. All that would be needed as a doppelganger, someone who looks very similar to the victim, Mr. Asman. Yeah. And having this other man appear on stage to the front as a show, to the show is as a body double. Yeah.
Ah, yes, of course. So in fact,
I honestly, you guys, I don't watch The Muppets. That wasn't a part of my childhood.
Kermit's just an iconic voice.
Yeah.
Mr. Asman must have been inside the birdcage that was concealed inside the balloon right from the start.
Objection!
So it's possible that when the arrow hit the balloon, but then the arrow would still be inside there. Interesting.
The balloon would have been filled with hydrogen. Anything hidden inside it would have been scattered to the four winds when it exploded. No one would ever have embarked on such a risky venture.
Although I did really love Sesame Street. What's it called? I watched is this movie that is it about Elmo and he loses his blanket? I watched that religiously as a child.
Aww.
I forgot what it's called though, but he loses his blanket in some parallel universe or whatever, and he goes and finds it.
Aw. That's so cute.
No one would have embarked on such a risky venture.
Yes, you said that.
To go find that blankie.
But Elmo would have.
Yeah.
Elmo would have.
That's what it's called.
Not necessarily. The explosive force of the balloon gas would very much depend upon the mixture ratio.
Juror number 4.
Flying balloons are rarely filled with pure hydrogen, but a mixture of other gases such as helium as well. Helium on its own doesn't explode, but by controlling the gas mixture ratio, the explosive force can be altered.
The mixture ratio.
Oh my gosh, Barack Fenzies gets got by a juror finally.
Obviously, the victim's body would have suffered some burns. That would be unavoidable.
burns? Ratios?
Trucy pops up again.
They're beating your ass in the quote retweets.
No!
But not to such an extent as to render this whole obscene charade impossible.
Shit.
So everything that happened can be explained, logically and scientifically. The explosion that engulfed the stage at the start of the experiment was no accident. It was all part of an elaborate deception to make it appear that instantaneous kinesis had occurred. Lord Van Zeeks, you need to stay in your lane. Clearly science is not your specialty.
Well, goodness me.
And if we accept full no wenches. Yeah, the image that's on the top left corner of my screen right now is Barack in this moment. And if we accept that this is what happened, it means that the victim, Mr. Asman, was never present on the public experimentation stage to begin with.
Ugh.
In short, he couldn't have been killed by the defendant, who was on stage in full view the entire time. This will be very hard for the prosecution to counter. Lord Van Zeeks can't credibly maintain that Professor Harebrain is a suspect now. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott.
Mr. Naruhodo, I appreciate your efforts. Thank you.
Professor?
But you can stop now. Just keep your mouth shut, please.
Sorry?
What's all this about, Mr. Harebrain?
I, Albert Harebrain, hereby confess that it was me who stabbed Mr. Odie Asman.
Why?
Yes, it was me, with my faithful friend and partner, Andrew the Screwdriver.
What are you doing?
Order! Defendant, explain the sudden confession.
Objection!
You eat paper! Professor Harebrain, what are you talking about?
It's what I've said all along. I must protect my hypothesis and my precious machine. You stand there and claim it was all a trick, all an elaborate prank, but where's your proof? No, you'd have to examine the machine if you wanted to prove it, but then it would all be over. My beautiful hypothesis would be laid bare. I mean, the indignity of it!
It's clear that you drew the plans for the experiment, but you didn't actually build it. It's quite conceivable that you were duped, Professor. If you'll just let me, I can—
Barack!
Yes.
I'll cooperate. I'll do whatever you say. I swear it. So please, ensure the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act is adhered to and protect my creation.
Pray forgive this courtesy of filling my hallowed chalice at this critical juncture.
He needs a drink.
Here's to my learned Nepalese friend.
Huh?
And his upcoming attempt to clarify the defense's position in the light of the accused's confession.
Don't be a bitch about it.
Do you intend to formally assert that the experiment was nothing more than a conjuring trick? Because the moment you do, the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act that protects the professor's invention will cease to apply. The prosecution will then demand a rigorous examination of the machinery involved in order to establish the truth. However, if you acknowledge that the machine is genuine and instrumental in the victim's murder, any chance of investigating will be crushed, and the confidentiality of the professor's hypothesis preserved.
Well, counsel, what is the defense's official position on the matter?
What Professor Hairbrain, my client, actually asked of me was to prove that the explosion on stage was an accident and protect the secrecy of his hypothesis. I think the scientist should have the voice of Dr. Bunsen Honeydew. Well, Pa, I don't know who that is. Maybe you should do it instead. You should, Pat, send to our group chat. Send like a clip or something. But there's no way to do that without implying the professor's guilt. Do I protect my client's life by asserting his innocence? Or do I uphold my client's request, but see him condemned? Either way, I can't avoid betraying his trust.
You've been silent long enough. Isn't talking your trade, my learned friend? Or has all knowledge of English escaped your confused Nipponese mind?
So Ryu does have like little spikies on top of his head going forward. I was trying to draw his hair earlier. I just couldn't figure out where the spikies go.
Mr. Naruhodo!
There's no escape here. I have to make a choice. But it's an impossible one. I have to give up on something. But what? The defense asserts that the defendant's instantaneous kinesis machine was in fact... I have no idea what they want me to say. I don't know if it's because I just wasn't paying attention to what was actually being said, or if... The defense asserts that the defense is... Okay. A proper scientific invention or a conjuring trick. Everything seems it should be a conjuring trick. Maybe I'll save scum.
Yeah, but the dilemma is that saying it's a trick would prove proof of innocence, but he doesn't want that. He wants you to say that it was a real thing so that his hypothesis could be preserved.
But Mr. Sholmes said it wasn't possible.
I know, so just go with what you feel.
I mean, I feel like I think it's a conjuring trick. I think it's a conjuring trick, personally. Ah! Is he just gonna do the right answer for me? Okay. Fine, whatever, Ryu. No, I can't say it. My client placed his faith in me. I can't just let him down. Hey, Grace, welcome. Who is this? What must I give up on is not the question you have to ask yourself here. It's what can I protect? Who is this?
What must I give up on is not the question you have to ask yourself here. It's what can I protect?
Oh my God.
Hello again, Mr. Naruhodo. It's been far too long.
He couldn't survive without a weird little girl. Sato-san!
Wow, Ryutara!
Hiya! Yes, a Ryutara theme! Ah! My first Susato takedown in 6 months. Do it again!
There'll be time to talk later, Mr. Naruhodo. For now, we must concentrate on the task at hand.
Yes, her music! Which is working out not what to give up on, but what I can protect. Like, Oh mein Gott! Professor Hairbrain.
Yes?
Yesterday you told me that science is the pursuit of truth. Well, my job is to pursue the truth too.
Yes, of course.
I sent you a voice clip on Familia Chat. Okay, sorry, give me 1 second. I'm just gonna play that for everyone because it's much. Okay. Like this?
This is Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and my trusty assistant, Beaker.
Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
But he'd have to be British, so.
This is Dr. Bunsen Honeydew. This is Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
So more like that? We'll try that.
Yes, of course.
So like just kind of what I was doing a little bit, but like less high pitched. And personally, I believe that you didn't stab Mr. Asman. I think you've come to realize something yourself too, haven't you? That your experiment and the machine you built with the victim are questionable. The truth behind that is what we must both pursue now.
God, can you stop being fruity for 2 fucking seconds?
So, you finally opened your eyes.
What's that supposed to mean, Banzix? Huh?
Huh?
Asian? Huh? You fucking racist son of a bitch.
What?
Open my eyes. Oh, fuck you. Shut up.
What's that supposed to mean?
And as for you, Albert, you can't ignore this any longer. Having heard my learned friend's assertion, don't you have something to say?
Barack.
Lord Van Zix?
Gosh, I've never heard him speak that way before.
In truth, there is one thing. Something I've remembered that's of relevance.
What?
On the day it happened, just before I began the experiment, I saw a man near the stage. A man holding that crossbow.
I beg your pardon.
Professor, did the man have any distinguishable features? What did he look like?
Taller than me, and thinner than me, with straight hair, straighter and whiter than mine.
Okay. Tall, extremely thin, straight white hair.
Let me see. One less lens than me, too. A monocle. A rather stylish black monocle.
An eye patch?
Oh, but one thing in particular will help you to positively identify the man. You see, I know him very well.
You just said monocle.
I know, but like it was a black monocle, so like I know, I guess the frame would have been black, but like when I think black monocle, I'm like, I thought he was saying the actual lens was black, and I was like, you mean an eye patch? No.
After all, he's the engineer who built my invention.
What?
He built the machine?
That's right. Mr. Asman introduced him to me a year ago. He's a man by the name of Enoch Drebber.
Yes. Enoch?
Drebber?
Does this name mean something? Members of the jury seem flustered.
Not a name any scientist wishes to hear. That man's an abomination!
Not a name any conjurer wishes to hear either.
Who on earth is he? I'm afraid this isn't the first tale of this nature that I've heard in scientific circles in connection with that name. There's talk of other flamboyant experiments that turn out to be nothing but stage trickery in the end. Obviously, the rascal is after the government research grant money.
When the magicians are in need of money, I have heard of them resorting to these underhand tactics, yeah. Some acquaintances of mine with experiments of such things have mentioned Enoch Drebber's name before.
The man is both an engineer and a magician. Yes, we're dealing with an unparalleled confidence trickster here. That's Enoch Drebber for you.
So it's true then. My invention, my great machine, it was just a grand illusion.
Considering what we've just heard about Mr. Drebber's character, I'm sorry to say that sounds increasingly likely.
Even though no one else believed it, I wanted to. I wanted to believe that machine would function exactly as my hypothesis had predicted.
Which is why you were so opposed to it being investigated, I presume.
I knew that if the machine was examined in detail, its construction would give away my hypothesis.
Bye, Ramen. See you later.
Obviously, I didn't want that to happen, but at the same time, I knew that if it was found to be nothing more than a trick, than a work of deception, then everything I'd worked towards, all my research, all my dreams, my whole life would be over. I was terrified at the prospect.
So you really had no idea then, did you? About the true nature of the machine that was built, and the true nature of Mr. Drebber.
I never questioned anything. I didn't want to question it.
It's entirely possible that Mr. Asman and Mr. Drebber were working together to use you as a means of fraudulently acquiring the research grant money.
When I announced my invention to the crowds that day, it was the finest moment of my career. I pulled all the levers and turned all the dials in exactly the way Drebber had described. When the smoke suddenly started billowing out, I panicked. I didn't know what was happening. But I really don't know how the whole illusion was made to work. I don't know anything anymore.
Let me confirm one final point with you, Professor. Do you now consent to the prosecution submitting the necessary paperwork to release your invention from the protection afforded by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act?
Yes, please go ahead. I'm very sorry.
Does that mean he's off the hook for murder?
It would appear that we shall have to suspend proceedings for the remainder of the day now. Lord Van Zeeks,
my lord.
The court has newly been made aware of another party whose involvement in this matter is critical.
Yes, Mr. Drebber.
Gather information about the man. If possible, I should like him served with a subpoena.
With pleasure, my lord.
Now, counsel for the defense.
Yes, my lord.
When we reconvene, I shall be looking for one thing, and one thing alone from you. Evidence, which is everything, that the defendant is innocent of the crime for which he presently stands accused.
I understand.
Good. In that case, this court is adjourned until tomorrow morning.
Almost done.
Okay, almost done. Because I'm like, we started incredibly late, but I don't know how late you want to stay up, but whatever.
I really feel that the next part of this case should be saved for like a fresh stream.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so like,
Just finish this up tonight and then end it.
okay, and then we'll come back on Wednesday. Okay.
Yes.
23rd October, 1:36 p.m. The Old Bailey, defendant's antechamber.
Mr. Naruhodo,
Yes?
I'm so sorry. I was wrong. You were right. I tricked you. You trusted me. I dragged you into my mess. Oh, how did it ever come to this? I'm so sorry.
Did you really have no idea, Professor? About what Mr. Drebber was really up to, I mean. About what he was really constructing.
Naturally. That machine was the embodiment of my hypothesis, of all my hopes and dreams. I had complete faith in it.
All right. In that case, I won't say any more. Now, sadly, the murder accusation against you still stands. So we must do as much investigation as we can before the trial resumes tomorrow.
Well, thank you for doing so much for me.
Okay.
Hello? I'm so sorry for arriving late this morning, Mr. Naruhodo.
Arriving late?
Didn't you receive my postcard? I wanted to let you know when I'd arrive.
Postcard? What postcard?
Hey, Jay. Yes, just in time for her.
I hid it from you, Runo, so it would be a surprise. Well, did it work?
I was surprised, all right. Especially when she threw me to the ground.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I was just so happy to see you again that it sort of slipped out.
Maybe we could stick to more traditional displays of emotion in the future.
Susie's train was late to London Victoria this morning, you see. But we made the coachman really whip the horses hard, so she didn't miss the whole trial.
This was the surprise. Aww.
I was watching from the gallery for a while, but in the end, I'm afraid I couldn't contain myself.
We have her DLC costume, but I'm not really the biggest fan of it. I like her original outfit better. Rio's DLC costume, however, cute.
Well, I'm glad you didn't.
Oh,
Having you at my side in court gives me the strength I need to win. So, I'm delighted to see you back in London.
Oh, you're too kind, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm delighted to be here. I hope I can continue to be of service to you.
Of course. So, what's brought you back? Did Professor Mikotoba not protest?
Let's save all that conversation for when we're back at home, shall we?
He definitely protested. She stowed away. She's put herself in luggage.
You know I've made one of my most special blends ever for this special occasion. Oh, Iris, how wonderful! I can't wait.
Yeah, Sholmes' DLC outfit is horror.
Yeah, it is. Sasato-san was back in London. It's hard to describe how happy that made me feel at the time, but despite my elation, our tale was about to take yet another extraordinary turn. Is this where I have to stop, though?
Yeah.
No! I want to know the extraordinary turn!
That's why I said you have to save it for Wednesday.
I want to know the extraordinary turn.
No, you have to wait. You have to wait, Tony. Don't look at me like that. You have to wait.
I want to know the extraordinary turn.
I promise you it'll be worth it. It'll give you something to look forward to.
Fine. I guess we're stopping here. For the extraordinary turn. Well, guess we're stopping for the extraordinary turn. Whatever. Okay. Yeah, we'll have Sasato and Gina and Iris. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of glad we had this extra stream, like, to kind of, because that was like, it was like boring. No, it wasn't boring, but it was like boring court stuff, and not like story stuff.
Nothing important really showed up.
Yeah. So
Nothing important.
yeah. So Wednesday, the same time. No, sorry, not the same time, because Wednesday we're gonna start on time instead of 38 minutes late. So yeah. Yeah, I've been told this case gets really good. I want to know. So yeah, so 7 p.m. Wednesday, that will be when we see the extraordinary turn. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. I mean, I'm gonna go see the JJK movie tomorrow night, and then the next night, more of this. Hope to see you all there.
At the JJK movie?
At the JJK movie, I will see Herlock Sholmes. I will see it. I will see him there. Yes, I'm happy you guys got to make it too. Those of you who were just able to.
No, you would see Asogi, not Herlock Sholmes.
Oh, I would see Asogi because freaking Gojo. Gojo and Asogi share a voice actor. Okay, that's gonna that continuously makes me crazy. I'll take a picture with him. JJK is Jujutsu Kaisen. Bye-bye. Have fun storming the castle. Thank you, Pa. I will have fun. Yeah, JJK is Jujutsu Kaisen. It's a series, and there was a whole movie. So I'm excited to go see it. But yeah, see you guys Wednesday, where we will get into this. Yeah. Jet, once again, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. I'll see you guys all Wednesday. Goodbye.
Night.